Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Chanina. Alright, let me plug y'all into the charger. Okay, so today is Tuesday. I'm just doing a couple of errands before I go back home and get out of this heat. I do have to come back out later on, of course, to get Hun from dialysis and to pick Olivia up from school. But for now, I just need to get some things off of the to-do list. So I'm sitting in the post office parking lot. I just shipped off that coffee mug that sold the other day. I wasn't able to ship it off yesterday. Today's Tuesday, by the way. I don't know if I said that already, but I wasn't able to ship it off yesterday because I had to work yesterday morning, and so I made the label for today. So that is done, and so now I need to solve a shoe problem, and I need to get some eyebrow razors so that I can finally do my eyebrows. I've been waiting on this one to grow back on the end because the last time I did my eyebrows, I accidentally cut it off. So I've just been drawing a tail on the end of my eyebrows every day. But now it's grown back in, and the rest of my eyebrow is just really bushy. And I was fighting with them this morning, trying to make them somewhat similar, but it just wasn't working out, girl. I need to shape them up, and then that makes them look so much better. So that's two things. I need to solve a shoe problem. I need an eyebrow razor. What else? I need to go get an emissions test. So actually, we're gonna go do that right now because there's one right down the street. All right, y'all. So we are at our next destination. Gosh, I feel like a sweaty mess already. It's so hot out here. And it said it's like 88 degrees. 88, lie. You a lie. Because it still feel like it's about 125 out here. I'm exaggerating, but y'all get what I'm saying. Anyways, so we're at our next destination, the Goodwill. I got my emissions test, so yay, we can cross that off the list. And then when I get paid again, I'll go get my tag. I want to use some of the profits from the coffee mug to see what we can find to put on eBay. Alright, y'all, now we're in Walmart, and I'm hoping I can kill two birds with one stone while I'm in here. I came in here to get some lunch meat, and then I'm hoping that I can find a shoe rack for my shoe problem. Amber and rose. Let's see, citrus. I think we've tried that one before, right? What about this one? Vanilla pine. Yep. Vanilla pine, whipped vanilla blackberry. No, thank you. Toffee and teak. All right, moving on. Wonderland. What is this? Apple, lily of the valley, and strawberries. All right. I didn't come in here for that. All right, I think I have found a solution to my problem. I just need to double check the price though and make sure this is the right one. It's a 4-tier stackable shoe rack. And let's see, how many shoes does it fit? It fits up to 8 pairs of most sizes of shoes. So that's what that looks like. That's $9, and then it goes up from there. I like this one, but I think what I'm gonna do is get that for my side of the closet, because I really like that one. I like this one too, and it actually has like some hooks on the side here where you can hang your purse. That's $17, I think, because some of these are not in its right spot. Like, yeah, this is not in its right spot because this is a 7 tier, and this price is for a 6 tier, which I'm assuming is right behind it. Yeah. Alright. Then we have this one. 4 tier shoe and boot rack. How much is this one? Is this at $29? Yeah, that's $29.82. That's $29.82. $89. Shut your mouth. What is that? A giant rack? I know they can't be talking about for that right there. Alright, let me price check some of this stuff on my app, because it's giving that there's a couple of these items out of place. Alright, we're back home. I don't know why I said we, like there's somebody with me. I'm back home. For now, anyways. I do have to leave back out in about an hour, but it's okay. Alright, so beside the shoe rack and one other item, which I'll show you guys in another video, this is what I got. I got some cheese, some turkey meat, some eggs, and 2 different kinds of milk, regular milk and almond milk. I've got cereal in the pantry that needs to be eaten. The milks in the refrigerator is almost gone and has gone. One is almost gone and the other one has gone bad. So got that so that they can eat the cereal. And yeah, let me put this stuff up real quick, and then I'll show y'all my shoe problem. All right, everything's put up. Let's do a quick plant check, see how we are looking here. I pulled all the dead leaves except for this one, but for the most part I pulled the dead leaves. Oh, I missed one, and I did water it, so it's got water. I might have to rotate them though. It's been a couple days since I've rotated them, but yeah, so let me throw this away real quick and show y'all my shoe problem, because I don't know who my husband think he is, girl. Oh, he's wearing the shoes that I got him. Yay. Okay, anyways, I don't know who he think he is, but we about to resolve this issue right now, baby, because it is irritating me. Okay, so this morning when I got up, this is what I walked into. When I opened my closet door and turned on the light, this is what I was seeing. And I'm thinking to myself this morning, like, how the heck, like, dang, I'm glad my eyes were open, because what if I would have been what if they would have been half shut and I'm still rubbing my eyes as I'm walking? I would have tripped over all these shoes. Anyway, girl, oh my gosh. We've decluttered the Hun shoes. Y'all remember when I first started the decluttering at the beginning of the year, we went through a lot of his shoes and we've gotten rid of a lot of them, okay? Now we've got more shoes. We've got more shoes. My husband, he gets bored when he's here at home. Y'all know that I've packed up the 3rd bedroom, so all of the shoes, well, all of the shoe boxes that still have shoes in them are in the closet. Girl, he keeps going in that closet and grabbing a pair of shoes. So here we are. This irritates my soul. It really does. And he know that, girl. I'm talking my mess, but believe you me, he already knows how I feel about this. This is just too much going on. This is so overwhelming to me right now. Like, for real. Because what are we doing? Like, there is no walk space. Girl, okay, so that's why I bought the shoe rack. Okay? Because I'm trying my best to live a stress-free life here, or as much as I can anyway. And if it's something that I can fix that's going to relieve some of that stress that I'm already stressing, then I'm gonna do just that. Okay, so yeah, this ain't gonna work right here. Okay, it ain't gonna work. So that's why we got this. Is it gonna fit all these shoes? Absolutely not, girl. It only fits up to 8 pair, and because he wears a big size, I don't even know if I can get 8 pair on there, but we gonna try. There's still some space over here on this rack, so we gonna fill in the spaces on this rack over here, and we're gonna just push the shoe rack up against the wall, put some shoes on it, and then push all of these shoes forward as much as we can to create a walk space. All right, I'm done. That took less time than I thought it was going to take. That rack is really easy to put together, and it's actually more sturdy. I'm surprised it was on a rollback for $9.99 or $9 whatever. A part of me, as I was putting it together, though, was kind of feeling like, why would this be more? You know, because it's so small. Why would it be more than $9? I don't know. Maybe I got bamboozled at Walmart. Maybe its original price is $9 and they put a red rollback sticker on there to make me think that it was more than that. I don't know. However, I actually like this rack though way more than that rack. That rack gives me problems, y'all, and it costs more. I think this rack was like $12 or $15 from Family Dollar, and you put it together by sliding these in, but then the middles you can just sit them down in there. Well, the problem with that is as soon as you go to move the thing, the poles come out and then all the shoes fall. So I've had to put that thing together so many times. So it's not as sturdy as it, you know, as it seems, and it costs more than this little guy right here. But we've got 8 pairs of shoes on there, so yay, happy about that. I was able to fill in some gaps over here on this other shoe rack, and then we've got our excess shoes down here, which is really just 1 pair of tennis shoes, his slides, and some house shoes. And so now I can walk into the closet freely and not have to open the door and feel overwhelmed by a bunch of shoes on the floor. Girl, that was doing something to me. Oh my goodness. So yeah, we're good to go on that. So problem solved. All right, so we've got dinner tonight. So leftover pasta from the other night with the carrots and the spinach, and then I threw the chicken meatballs in there and added a little bit more, well, the rest of the pesto parmesan sauce from Prego. I had it on low, but this eye on this stove is kind of tricky. But yeah, that's what we've got for dinner. We are just eating leftovers with chicken meatballs. And if you guys did not see that video of the chicken meatballs, these are it. I got them on clearance. They are Farmer Focus organic Parmesan and herb chicken meatballs. I got them for $2.80. Okay, we're back. I'm just gonna share with you guys what I got from the Goodwill. At first I thought I wasn't gonna find anything, but then I went over to the men's section and started looking at the t-shirts, and I found some t-shirts that I can list. There were 2 coffee cups that I had my eye on. One of them didn't really seem like it was gonna sell though. It was kind of like a it was a Miami cup, but when I pulled up when I did the research inside the store on eBay and was pulling up Miami coffee mugs, there was a lot of Starbucks Miami coffee mugs that were listed, and then there were some that were kind of like unique. They didn't really give that souvenir vibe, and the one that I was looking at inside the store, although it was really cute, it just did kind of come off like it was a souvenir vibe, like something you would pick up in a gift shop. You know what I'm saying? It was really cute. It was like almost like a pear-shaped coffee cup. It had a little spoon in it. It was orange and brown. It had some words on the outside. It was really cute, but I didn't get it. It wasn't a yellow tag anyways. That was the color of the day, yellow. I wish it was yellow the last time I was at Goodwill, because it seemed like everything in the store was tagged yellow that day. But today, hardly anything was tagged yellow. Crazy, right? Didn't find no purses, didn't find no shoes. I did take a look at the wall art just to see what they had going on over there. But then I moved along, and yeah, I left with these shirts, and I was able to kill two birds with one stone because I got my razors from Goodwill as well. These razors were $1.99, so my total today at the Goodwill was $17.61. These razors were $1.99, girl, so that means I saved myself $1 because at the beauty supply store they are $1 each. Yay. They were in the line where, I don't know how your Goodwill is, but the Goodwills that I go to, when you get in line, there's like a wall full of random stuff hanging up, and that was one of the random things. So we went ahead and picked that up, which saved me a trip to the beauty supply store, and it saved me money because there was some other things that I needed from the beauty supply store. But every time I go to the beauty supply store, the tab adds up because I have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? So between the both of us, the tab adds up at the beauty supply store. So yay, we stayed out of the beauty supply store today. Okay, so let me show y'all these shirts really quick. Like I said, I spent $17.61. So today's color was yellow. Nothing in this bag is yellow, but I feel like I picked up some pretty good items. All right. So when I was over in the men's section, when I go over there, I look for graphic t-shirts. Interesting graphic t-shirts. I see a lot of different shirts, but I don't know. I just like graphic t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of people like them too. And it's, you know, it just adds variety to my eBay store. You know what I'm saying? If I have different graphic t-shirts and stuff like that, especially ones that could potentially be vintage or collector's items. You never know. Anyways, I'm rambling. I got this shirt. So like I said, nothing in this bag was a yellow tag. So I paid full price for everything. So when I saw this, I was like, oh, Star Wars. A lot of people like Star Wars. I had that same reaction when I found those Star Wars glasses, goblet glasses, which haven't sold yet, but the right buyer will buy them. But yeah, a lot of people like Star Wars, right? But yeah, girl, I like that. This is a size large. It was $3.54. Oh, by the way, going back to coffee mugs. Okay, so that coffee mug that I shipped off this morning, I had it listed for $20. Buyer paid shipping, but their shipping ended up being $19. So hold on, let me just give you the full breakdown. All right, so total was $20. Shipping ended up being $19, so buyer paid shipping. The tax was $3.12, which made the order total $42.17. I paid $1.39. Wait. Yeah, I paid $1.39 for that coffee mug. eBay collected the tax, so they got the $3.12, and then the transaction fee or selling cost or whatever is $6.12. When I did the shipping label, that was $12.87. So that left order earnings of $20.04 minus so actually it's actually less than that if you take away what I actually paid for the item. So cost of goods, so $1.39, $20 minus $1.39 is what I ended up profiting off of that coffee mug. So good sale. Yeah, so good sale. And I believe, if I remember correctly, I want to say when I was doing the packing slip that they actually added on on their end, they added insurance to the item. I think I saw that correctly. And then when I scrolled down some more, it was giving me the option to add insurance. Okay, so $354 is what I paid for that. And then I've got another Star Wars shirt. Millennium Falcon. So isn't that cool? It basically gives like a diagram of the ship. Freighter. Front view, blah, 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 forward floodlight, quad laser cannon, cockpit. And then it lists some stuff here on the other side too. Isn't that cool? So these are actual Star Wars t-shirts. They're not Gilead or what's that other brand? The G word. So they're both Star Wars. This one's a size large and this one's a size small. When I got to extra large and extra large, I didn't find anything. All right, so this one is a Superman shirt. So the Amazing Superman. Are you guys going to see the new isn't there a new Superman movie out? I feel like I'm so out of the loop these days because I don't watch TV. All I watch is YouTube and Pluto TV. But anyways, so this is a Marvel t-shirt, size medium, and it looks really, really good. Like none of nothing's broken up as far as the graphic. You know how when you have a graphic t-shirt and you've worn it a bunch of times, it starts to like crack in the lettering and in the picture and everything. This has none of that. It's almost as if they bought it and then like maybe it was small or something and they donated it. I don't know. $354 for that one. And then the last one is this Scarface t-shirt. Same with this. It doesn't have any like broken up letters or anything. And this is an actual Scarface. And this one's an actual Marvel. So yay, I'm excited about these t-shirts. I was inside Goodwill looking them up, and it didn't really take that long because Spider-Man, Scarface, Star Wars are pretty popular. So all I had to do was pretty much search graphic t-shirts for each one, and I got a bunch of them. There's so many different ones. So when I saw that there was, oh gosh, there was so many that sold, so many different designs, that gave me the confidence in buying it and going ahead and pay full price. Because y'all know we live frugal over here. And I try to, when I go to Goodwill, I try to shop the tags, you know, so that I can save that 50%. But yeah. Oh, and I didn't look up and get a senior discount. The last time I went, I ended up with a senior discount. How? I don't know. Maybe it was my gray hair. But I noticed on my receipt that she had put a senior discount in. Anyways, so yeah. Yay, I'm excited about these razors. Alright, I need to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here actually. And then I may start another video. I don't know. I need to do my eyebrows. I need to get my whiskers cut my whiskers off, y'all. I do have a mustache. The hair is dark and long on the end, so when it grows out it just looks crazy. And then I've got to do my chin and stuff. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm gonna start a new video with you guys, do a little bit of self-care. I think, don't hold me to it, because I might get distracted and start doing something else and forget all about it. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That helps me out in the algorithm. Comment down below, say hello, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to take care of yourself. Bye.